Hi everybody, this is Diana, aka Pop Culture Diva 42, and this is going to be a commentary on double standards and fangirls. And this may be a video that I get a lot of hate for, but I don't want it to be a rant. I just want it to be a start of a healthy debate because I find it very interesting how people, specifically girls that are in the How to Train Your Dragon fandom, are reacting to the sequel teaser that came out recently. I think actually it came out yesterday. So the teaser for How to Train Your Dragon 2 shows us a new Hiccup, a Hiccup that grew up and became hotter. And the prevalent reaction to this on Tumblr, because I'm using Tumblr as my basis, is, oh my god, he kicked puberty's ass. I am uncomfortable. I am attracted to an animated character. He's so hot. And yeah, this is how a lot of girls have reacted to the new Hiccup. And I myself am not excused from this because I myself have posted on Facebook the teaser for How to Train Your Dragon 2 and made a comment which falls pretty neatly in that category of, oh my god, he became so hot. That was my gut reaction to the teaser and to Hiccup. But I've since had some time to think about it. And I remembered how people reacted when Disney tried to revamp Merida's look from Brave. And they made her hotter for this one image posted on their website for some event or something. And she was slimmed down, she was put in a fancy dress, and I think her boobs were bigger. And people freaked the fuck out and started accusing Disney of sexism and how dare you destroy Merida's character by making her attractive, and that completely takes away from her as a positive role model for females because now they will think that, oh, you look, even Merida has to be pretty to fit in society. And now with Hiccup, girls are embracing his new look, even if he is more attractive, even if How to Train Your Dragon and Brave are two very different movies. They do share in some of those metaphors, namely that looks should not define you, that even if you look a certain way that is different from those around you, especially for Hiccup, his biggest asset was his intelligence. For Merida, it was her bravery and her fighting spirit. So they are similar in that regard. When Merida becomes more attractive, people freak the fuck out and start to accuse Disney of sexism. When Hiccup becomes more attractive, fangirls especially embrace it and are happy with the fact. And I think this is a double standard. I think it's just as unfair to alter a female character's appearance to make her more attractive as it is to alter a male character's appearance to make him more attractive. Of course, it depends on the target audience and whatnot. And I don't want to make too big of a deal of it because first of all, this is only a free second shot of the character. We don't know how he's actually going to look in the final product in the movie, how much of his personality and his original look as a dork has has survived in the movie. And at the same time, we should admit that animation changes so fast that the design from How to Train Your Dragon, the first movie, obviously is going to be different in the second movie because the technology changes very, very fast these days. And you could argue that even Woody from Toy Story became hotter as the Toy Story franchise progressed. I also think it's interesting how the design reveal for Hiccup was handled in the sense that the teaser, which is like 2 minutes long, I think, features a lot of gorgeous flying synchronized beautifully with music. And the flying is one of the selling points of the first How to Train Your Dragon movie, and clearly is going to be handled very well in the sequel. But the last shot of the teaser is Hot Hiccup, and the last shot is going to stick out in your mind, obviously. So the people who market How to Train Your Dragon 2 knew that this is going to be a pretty big thing, that this is going to attract a lot of feminine attention. And I don't want anybody to feel targeted, and I don't want anybody to feel criticized, like, how dare you think that Hiccup is hot? You're sick. No, because I had that same reaction. What I want people to do is to compare the intensity of the reaction to Merida, to hot Merida, and that is that people intensely hated her and rejected her, and compare that to the intensity of the hot hiccup reveal, and how intensely fangirls accepted him and embraced this idea that suddenly hiccup is hot and attractive. Because I think that that is a double standard. While there have been people that also made a case for the fact that this is too big of a change, and they outlined how the shape of his face changed, how his eye shape changed, the fact that he no longer has freckles. There have been people that brought that to attention and argued that this is too big of a change. This is no longer the same hiccup, the same character there was in the first movie. That's kind of a gray area. You cannot deny that he has become more attractive, but whether or not this is too big of a change, I'm going to leave that to people that are actually animators and know what they're talking about. But I do want the people that have rejected the new Merida design based on the fact that she's become too pretty, but also have accepted the hiccup design change, to kind of look at themselves and understand that this is a double standard. It is just as unfair to expect Merida to be prettier as it is to expect Hiccup to be hotter. Because while males may not be subjected to the same discrimination based on looks that females are, okay, it's not to the same extent. Males, guys, do get discriminated based on their looks. That does happen, and they do feel a pressure when they are constantly compared to more attractive males. That does happen. And I think it's a double standard. If you did not like the fact that Merida was portrayed as more attractive, but you embraced hot hiccup, then I think that that is a double standard. And that's just my take on it. Again, it may not be such a big deal. There have been people that argued that this is not okay. Where you fall is clearly up to you. If you do find him more attractive, that's fine. But just understand that it is not okay to have certain standards for males, but to reject those same standards for females. That is the quintessential definition of a double standard.